$500 million from Donald Trump. But here's the problem. The courts have already said that the fine was unconstitutional. No victims, no damages, no losses. Yet she's back again, appealing to reinstate the very penalty that the judge threw out.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.
Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Damon K. Jones, publisher of Black Westchester Magazine, and this is the Publisher's Desk. And you won't believe what I'm about to tell you. Letitia James still wants $500 million from Donald Trump. But here's the problem. The courts have already said that the fine was unconstitutional. No victims, no damages, no losses. Yet she's back again, appealing to reinstate the very penalty that the judge threw out. Brothers and sisters, let's break this down. Trump is found to have inflated his assets' values. The appellate court didn't let him off the hook for that, but they did something more important. They reminded us that the Constitution still matters. The Eighth Amendment bans excessive fines. It exists to stop politicians from turning the justice system into a political sledgehammer. And that's what the court ruled unanimously, that James' $500 million penalty crossed that line. Why? Because there was no victim. No banks lost money. No insurance companies collapsed. In fact, they all were paid back with interest. So what is this really about, brothers and sisters? James is now appealing, trying to bring back the fine that had no legal foundation. That's not about justice. That's about optics. It's about headlines. And most of all, it's about politics.
Good morning, everyone. Donald Trump and the other defendants have committed persistent and repeated fraud. Last week, we proved that in our motion for summary judgment. Today, we will prove our other claims. My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
When prosecutors ignore the Constitution in pursuit of personal ambition, the rule of law becomes a stage and a prop. And that's exactly what's happening here. But the story doesn't end there, brothers and sisters, because while James fight to reimpose the fine the court has already declared unconstitutional, she herself is now under federal investigation. The Department of Justice is probing whether she violated President Trump's civil rights in the very case that she's clinging to right now. Prosecutors have subpoenaed her office, pulled records, and even convened a grand jury. The investigation is wide, stretching even into the NRA case and even mortgage fraud allegations tied to her personal real estate. And as we reported before, brothers and sisters, Special Attorney Ed Martin was seen at her house, looking around her Brooklyn home. They say it's politically motivated, but he is the special prosecutor in the case against her. So let's be clear. This isn't about whether you like Donald Trump or not. It's about the Constitution at this point. If prosecutors can impose massive fines where there's no victim, then the justice is no longer justice. It's punishment by politics.
Single greatest witch hunt of all time. We have a rogue judge who rules that properties are worth a tiny fraction, 1/100th, a tiny fraction of what they actually are. We have a racist attorney general who's a horror show, who ran on the basis that she was going to get Trump before she even knew anything about me. She used this to run for governor. She failed in her attempt to run for governor. She had virtually no polling. She came back and she said, well, now I'll go back to get Trump again. And this is what we have. It's a scam. It's a sham.
Tish James ran on prosecuting Trump. She ran on challenging Trump.
America is an uncharted territory. We are angrier and more deeply divided than we've ever been at any point in our history since the Civil War. And at the eye of the storm is Donald Trump, ripping families apart, threatening women's most basic rights, and running for Attorney General because I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president.
And now that the courts has said that the fines are unconstitutional, she's back in the courts again to try to get those fines put back. But today is Trump. Tomorrow, it could be anyone who falls out of favor with Tish James. By appealing to reinstate the fine that the courts have already said is unconstitutional, Letitia James isn't defending justice. She's defying it. And in doing so, she risks proving the very point her critics have made all along, that this case was never about law, it was about politics. If you found this breakdown useful, hit subscribe, share the video, and please check out our website, blackwestchester.com. We're just not on YouTube talking, we're actually a news magazine, an independent news magazine in Westchester County, New York, and the surrounding areas. And if you want to support, you could go to blackwestchestermerch.shop and buy a t-shirt, a hat, or a mug, and help us stay independent, giving you the independent news. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay blacktastic. Peace.
Rep the movement. Get your official Black Westchester merch today. Hoodies, tees, and more at blackwestchestermerch.shop. Wear your voice, make a statement.
Tired of the same emotional politics that lead nowhere. Emotional Politics, Logical Failure by Damon K. Jones is the book Black America needs right now. It exposes the lies, challenges the gatekeepers, and calls for real strategy, not just symbolism. Power starts with truth. On sale, now, and available in audiobook on Amazon.
Tolerance is for Cowards by Damon K. Jones. This book is not anti-police, it's pro-community. Discover how the extended policing strategy empowers you to demand real public safety, justice, and accountability from your local police department. Because the Black community deserves good policing. On sale now on Amazon and Audible. Discover Jesus and Divine Black Masculinity by Damon K. Jones. This a bold blueprint to restore faith, manhood, and purpose in Black America. Because the Black community needs good Black men. Available now on Amazon. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Support independent Black media with style. Rock Black Westchester merch and represent the news with the Black point of view. Every purchase helps us speak truth to power.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.